Hello everybody, I'm Carla Macias and welcome to another edition of the Best Docs Network featuring Forest Park Medical Center here in Austin, Texas, your destination to better health. Let's get things started with our first doctor, Dr. Mason Jones, as he tells us the importance of diet and exercise and what it really means.
Well, the number one killer in America today is, as most everybody probably knows, is cardiovascular disease and complications related to that. It's a serious problem in our country, and it's hard to lay blame. You know, we all tend to eat too much. What it all comes back to is basically absolute caloric restriction. Where you get in trouble with any food is eating too much of any one thing. As far as the recommended daily caloric intake, really, we need, on average, about 1,200 to 1,600 calories a day, basically, to survive. You can get by on less, of course, but you know, the average American doesn't need more than about 2,000 calories a day, really. Most of us probably take in twice that. The calories sneak in everywhere. And the key with weight loss is slow and steady, baby steps. Anybody can drop a ton of weight all at once by starving themselves. The problem is that our bodies are really efficient at reabsorbing all those calories when you fall off the wagon on the back end. But there's really powerful data behind daily exercise. If you take one group of folks and keep them sedentary and one group of folks and you start moving them around, the folks that are more active have lower risk of heart disease, stroke, high cholesterol. I mean, you name it, the benefits are many and varied. The key is that it needs to be at least 30 minutes uninterrupted at a good clip. And as far as exercise specifically, what do we recommend? Well, strength training is probably the single best exercise. And the reason why is because strength training has a feedback where not only do you strengthen the individual muscle that you're exercising, but those muscles stay metabolically active for hours and hours later, continuing to remodel and burn calories. Additionally, when those muscles pull on the skeletal system, they force the skeleton to stay stronger. Strength training has really a huge array of benefits, and it's my go-to exercise for anybody, even if you're just starting. And it can be as simple as doing push-ups on your knees, on the floor in the house. But strength training is really where it's at. And the beauty of it is you can do it anywhere, and there's no excuse. It's not, oh, I can't afford the gym, you don't need the gym. Oh, well, I'm traveling, well, do it in the hotel room. You can do it anywhere.
Such an exciting day to be part of the Forest Park Medical Center at Austin, to be able to work with the local community and the physicians in the community to offer outstanding care, cost-effective care, to enhance the patient experience.
Today's very, very exciting. To bring Austin into the Forest Park Medical Center family of hospitals is an absolutely wonderful opportunity for both the physicians as well as the patients here in the North Austin area.
Today is a great day. We're eager to have that bulldozer just doing what we do best, and that's making Forest Park Medical Center Austin a reality.
I think Forest Park Medical Center is the new frontier for our community. I'm very excited about it.
It's really exciting that we're finally going into the next phase of making this dream come true, of bringing, I think, a higher level of care and raising the bar of care for patients and physicians in the Austin area.
I'm very grateful and honored that the doctors here in Austin have confidence in us in the Forest Park model.
We are so proud to be a part of this upcoming new exciting venture with Forest Park Austin.
It continues to be an evolving concept, and it's something that's specific to the physicians here in Austin. We have a totally new design that are really take on the personality of Austin and the physicians that they serve.
Forest Park Medical Center is taking patient care to a whole new level as doctors are traveling around the world to help those in need. Let's take a look at Dr. Salter and his trip to Honduras.
Every spring, February, March, I try to go down to Honduras. I've been doing it probably for about the last 7 years. And I work with a group called Predazon, and we do surgery in the mountains of eastern Honduras on the locals there that can't afford or can't get to health care. They have 3 or 4 family practice physicians that live and work in that area. They spend the entire year scheduling or screening these patients and getting them ready for us. And so we get down there and we'll do probably 6 or 7 surgeries a day, myself and usually a general surgeon or 2. And for the week, we'll probably end up doing 40 or 50 surgeries in 4 or 5 days. I've had friends that have done mission trips before in medicine, and they've been asking me to join them, and I always tried to find excuses not to go, and it just kept getting on me. And about 8 years ago, Predizon approached me and said that they needed a gynecologist in eastern Honduras and asked me if I'd be interested. And they said that we have 2 ORs set up with all the surgical instruments that you'll need, and all we need is you to come down and you can do surgery in a modern facility. And that's all I needed to hear. I said, sign me up. By and large, we are able to take care of the patients in ways that patients are not used to. They do get the surgery done, and some of them it is life-changing. They don't have access to surgeons there in Catacamas, and the closest surgeon is probably about 150 miles away, which by United States standards is not that far, but for people who don't have access to transportation, it might as well be 1,000 miles away. So by being down there, we're helping them out and giving them care that, again, they might not otherwise be having access to. Every day we're bombarded with how bad medicine is here in the United States. And to go down to Honduras and see what those people have to endure just to get in to see a doctor or have surgery, and come back here and realize how blessed we are with a system that we have, with the quality of training. As physicians, we need to do something to give back to those that maybe not are as blessed as we are. And so that's been my goal, was I want to practice here in the United States, and I want to do everything I can for those that are less fortunate. And so I try to do everything I can to be involved with charity groups, with nonprofit groups, and try to use my medical talents as best I can to help others that are less fortunate.
Best Docs Network featuring Forest Park Medical Center is your destination to better health.
What's been so rewarding for me to be involved with Forest Park is that I've been in the business of helping physicians manage hospitals for 25 years, and I have seen all the various models that have been associated over that period of time. I've been involved in many different kinds of models, and it's been a pleasure for me to implement the model that I think works the best in this business, and that is the majority physician-owned model, where the physicians are in control and govern their own hospital and have business partners like me who come in and help them run that business. But we focus on running the hospital the way that the unique aspects of that medical staff wants their hospital to be run.
With the help of the doctors here and at all of our hospitals, we recruit the very best people in all different lines of work, from the OR technicians, the floor nurses, the quality directors. Everyone who walks through this hospital has been very carefully considered. This basically gives our patients the best possible experience. They walk into this place and very quickly are eased of a lot of the stresses of surgery that you get in a cold, sterile hospital environment. The people are very friendly, the place is very welcoming all around them, and of course the quality of care is unsurpassed.
What Forest Park means to a physician is that it provides a place for that physician to practice medicine where he or she is much more in control of their destiny, much more in control of the atmosphere that they practice medicine in. We provide our physicians with dedicated teams of nurses in the operating room who become familiar with the type of surgery that the physician does. That makes the surgery go much quicker, enables us to get the room turned over quicker between cases so that the physicians can get more cases done. All of the physicians that I talk to tell me that they are able to get more cases done and in a more efficient manner than any other hospital they practice medicine in.
As a physician, a surgeon actually practicing here, we start your cases on time. Our turnover is very efficient. We have top quality staff to provide you with the people and the equipment necessary to really be state-of-the-art in everything you do.
Brittany has a question for Dr. Tomas Antonini. What is the use of mesh for urology?
The most important answer to this question is it is patient specific. For some patients, the benefits of using mesh will by far outweigh the risks. However, in some patients, they will be better to have the repairs done without any mesh. The important decision is to correctly choose which patients would benefit from mesh and which patients would not benefit from mesh.
Forest Park Medical Center has state-of-the-art facilities, the best doctors in Texas, as well as the newest technology. For more information on that, log on to our website, bestdocsnetwork.com, and click on that Forest Park Medical Center tab. Now on to our next doctor, Dr. Terry Chambless, as he teaches us how to manage cholesterol.
Causes of high blood pressure can be environmental and can be genetic, or both.
One of the things, of course, that we did at the very first meeting that I had with Dr. Chambless was go through a very detailed family history to see what their medical concerns were and to see if there were any trends that presented it because of your family history.
If there's a strong family history of high blood pressure in one parent or another or both, it's sort of like trying to change your eye color. It's not going to happen. And going on a medication, especially the ones that we have now, safe and effective, is just like taking a vitamin every morning. The hard part that I face is convincing patients that that is the right thing for them to do.
In this case, Dr. Chambless started out with what he considered a very low dose of medicine, and that has been successful for me. I will say that Dr. Chambless, although not afraid to use pharmaceuticals to help you with your health issues, is very cautious to make sure that he starts out with a very low dose so that he's not over-medicating you, or he's not leaving himself no wiggle room should the blood pressure in this case go up and you need to increase the strength or dosage of the drugs being taken.
He came to me about 2 years ago. His blood pressure was way too high. Now he's got an excellent blood pressure on a very well-tolerated medication. And there's some other things with Chris that has helped him lose his weight. He's feeling good, and I'm just really proud of it. He's going to be around for a long time.
Today I just feel really great about where I'm going and my general condition. And I attribute that all to the doctor's care and commitment to me. Quite honestly, a part of me that kicks myself for not being here 15 years sooner, because I think my health would have been much better. My weight clearly would be further off than it's been so far, and I would just generally have a better quality of life, which has been what's happened to me in the last 2 years since I've been with Dr. Chambless.
Each Forest Park facility is very unique. There are currently 3 facilities open in Texas. The largest facility is in Dallas. The second facility was opened in Frisco, which is in the North Dallas area, and the third one in Southlake, which is near the DFW airport. Each facility is unique and different, and a lot of that is because of the makeup of the physicians that are participating with Forest Park in each community. The mix of physicians is unique, the services provided is unique. It's tailored to the needs of the physician and medical community in each city. Each facility is stunning. They look like 5-star hotels. They're beautiful. The physicians now have an opportunity to take their patients to a facility that focuses on quality care and quality outcomes for their patients in a beautiful setting.
Did you know at Forest Park Medical Center, the patient ratio of care is typically 4-to-1, one nurse to every 4 patients, versus the typical 5-to-1 or 6-to-1, which is characteristic in most hospitals.
At Forest Park, we call it the 6 senses of Forest Park, and you have your conventional 5, and it talks about the experience that you get from the minute that you come onto our campus. So we're really kind of playing into those senses. So what are you seeing when you first get on the campus and walk into our hospitals? Are you looking at just great architecture? Or are you looking at a brighter environment, with natural sunlight and things of that nature? The art program is something that plays into the healing aspect, the visual aspect. So you'll see sculpture, you'll see original pieces, you'll see prints, you'll see a little bit of everything. And the way that we attack art is you should feel a little bit uncomfortable with art, because if every piece of art in our facilities was something that you absolutely loved, then you probably didn't reach the entire community, because we all have different tastes, different aspects of what we like. What are you smelling? We have engineered scents in all of our hospitals, to where it's an engineering system called ScentStream, and it's built into our HVAC, and the scent that Forest Park has chosen is called Clean Sheets. But other things that you have just kind of coming into our environment is, what type of food are you having, the taste. We don't have cafeterias, we have dining facilities. What are you hearing when you come onto our campus and into our facility as well? Oftentimes in every facility that we do, we have water features, both outdoor water features and interior water features. So it provides a calming type sound that resonates throughout our facilities. What are the things that you're feeling? We have a lot of textural elements associated with our design. When you're coming in, the textural walls, whether it's the stone-cut exterior of a lot of our facilities, or when you're coming inside and you're feeling the texture of the fabric itself. We really try to play into all of those senses for our patients. So, whether it's in the lobby or it's in the patient rooms, or the thread count on the sheets, those are the type of textural elements that really you may not instinctively know about those, but when you actually touch it and feel it, it'll make a difference to you. Every one of our facilities is a minimum of LEED Silver. So what that means is it's our environmental impact to the community as well. So we have rooftop gardens, where you have lush gardens that can be seen from all of our patient rooms. You're seeing planting, you're seeing stone, you're seeing in some cases water features associated with even our green roofs. But it's something that really kind of plays into the 6th sense of Forest Park, which is heal. And having a patient room that looks down onto grasses and trees and plants, and it intrinsically has a healing aspect that really our patients have grown to appreciate. Again, we're playing to each of those senses, and then our 6th sense is heal, because at the end of the day, that's why we're here. We're here for the community, we're healing patients, and providing a place for our physicians to practice medicine. Walking onto our campuses, from step 1, what we really kind of focus on is that entire experience. It should look and feel not like a hospital, but it should look more like a hotel. You're really seeing something different. It has a completely different feel from anything else that you've seen in the market. Our job as developers and as Forest Park Medical Center is to deliver a facility that's different than what the physicians are used to, what the patients are used to.
Forest Park Medical Center strives to provide the best quality care for their patients. Now let's hear what some of those patients have to say about their experience at Forest Park.
I had 2 surgical procedures at Forest Park. I had bariatric surgery in September, and I've had my back surgery in April of this year. The staff at Forest Park was cordial, respectful. The checking in process was done efficiently. There were no surprises. They had called me the evening before to remind me of what I needed to do to prepare myself. I sat in the waiting room a minimal amount of time before I was called back to begin the pre-op procedure. In both cases, I was in on one day and I was out the very next day and felt very comfortable during the process.
Just walking in, it did seem like a 5-star hotel, but we were greeted at the desk by the concierge. They gave my husband a pager and explained to him what the paging system was like. They would send him a text how I was doing in surgery, where I was at, everywhere in the hospital. He was able to see at any screen where I was. And so it gave him a great sense of comfort knowing that, you know, he was being, even though it was electronic communication, that still somebody was letting him know as I moved through the progression of the surgery area, the recovery area, back to my room. He knew. It was incredible how the staff made sure that my family was taken care of while I was being taken care of.
I felt like I was in a 6-star hotel. The service was great. The people were wonderful. I really felt that I was treated as if they really cared about me and wanted to help me and get me to start recovering quickly.
And I felt really good being there. I didn't feel like I was in a sterile environment. It just felt homey. And that was nice because, you know, when you're not feeling good, it's good to be in a place that feels like home. And it was a place that felt like home. And my husband was able to stay overnight with me.
The nurses, the staff, everyone seemed really happy and ready to help you out. Where I've been to hospitals where it just wasn't like that. The rooms at Forest Park were extremely clean. The exterior, when you first see Forest Park, it does look like a 5-star hotel. Everything about it was a good experience.
Did you know Forest Park Medical Centers utilize a paging system similar to those found in many restaurants today? The paging system notifies patients' family members as to their location and status while undergoing surgery at Forest Park. The system also allows the surgeon to contact the family members to update them on their loved one's surgery.
I was having a lot of pain with the left knee, and I tried all the other little things that you could try, like taking pain medication and just dealing with it, and it kept getting worse. And I had already talked to Dr. Putney about it, and he told me that it was bone on bone. He gave me several options as to what I could do, but in the end, I was going to end up having to have the surgery, but I was afraid to have the surgery, so I toughed it out as long as I could.
Typically, knee arthritis is the most common cause of the need for knee replacement. Frequently, that can be from sports injuries, other injuries they sustained, or just plain wear and tear over time.
And when it got to the place where I couldn't tolerate the pain any longer, I came back and I talked to him, and he said we would go ahead and do the total knee replacement.
Barbara's complaints were a lot of stiffness and really sharp pains in her knees. And she is a trooper. She really did want to avoid surgery, and so we tried to do everything we could for as long as possible. She finally did get brave enough to have the surgery.
Since I've had the surgery, it's been great. I haven't had any problems, and I'm sorry I waited so long to have the surgery.
Barbara's recovery has been spectacular. She was up even walking in the hospital without support. She'd had replacement on her hip before, so I think she had some knowledge and expectations of what to expect in the hospital. But she's been very motivated and is working hard on her therapy.
I feel great. It's been a week and a half since I've had my surgery. I'm anxious to get up and do things now. I want to go dancing and work in my yard, mess around with the grandkids, because before I could do just a little bit and the pain was so severe I had to sit. And I'm anxious now to just get past this stage of healing, and I'm ready to start running again.
From staff to surgeons, from technology to technique, Forest Park Medical Center Austin is your destination to better health.
Well, it's a culture of caring, and that comes down to the people that occupy the buildings and use the technology, the wonderful processes that we've developed for them. But people really make the difference. For Forest Park, we look for people that have got great experience and great skills, but we're also looking for people that are passionate about what they do, that are compassionate, empathetic people, great nurses, great respiratory therapists, great imaging staff. The greeter at our front desk is warm and bright and welcoming, and she smiles. And even if you come in and you're uncertain and scared and she's the first face that you see, you will immediately melt your fears away because of the engagement. Just the smile and the compassion that comes through, and it's not something you can put on. It's an empathy that people have or don't have. It's one of the traits that we seek. It's a passion about what they do. It's an excellence, it's an attitude, and it's every single person. And so we look for that, we search for it. It's not always easy to find, but when you've got it, every single person that goes into the patient's room, from our environmental services folks all the way through the clinical team, everybody knows what their job is. They know they're an integral part of the team. And our environmental folks are the front line of our infection control. Their role is incredibly important. It makes a difference in our care, and how they carry themselves throughout their day and present themselves to our patients is very important. And it's all about being compassionate, smiling, being optimistic. In Southlake, we built our team of 150 people over a relatively short period of time. When you're opening a new facility, the wonderful opportunity you have is you get to build that culture. It's not there yet. There's not a culture there. There's a culture for the organization, but when you build that hospital and every single person that you hire, you have to be very careful and selective that you're hiring people that are of the culture of caring, compassion, excellence that you really want to continue for Forest Park. So we're creating more than just excellent healthcare outcomes. We're creating memories, which is a strange way to think about what we do. We're healing people, and those are tasks, and it's clinical, but we're also creating potentially memories, experiences for people that they're going to talk about and remember. And we want to create an experience that is memorable in every possible good way. And that has to do, again, with our people. How were they treated? Beyond the clinical care and experience, the outcome is excellent. But the thing that's memorable to people is not necessarily how I was put to sleep in anesthesia. It's going to be about how was I treated as a person? Did I walk away feeling like the patient that told me she feels like a princess and this place is like a spa? They had an experience, and that's what they will remember. It's the Disney of healthcare.
And that's a wrap for this week's episode of the Best Docs Network featuring Forest Park Medical Center here in Austin, Texas, your destination to better health. For more information on Forest Park Medical Center and its doctors, log on to our website, bestdocsnetwork.com, and click on that Forest Park Medical Center tab. Got any questions or comments? Email us at info@bestdocsnetwork.com. So long, everybody, and we'll see you next week.